Daddy?
Who told you to call me that?
The mother you said betrayed you.
At exactly 4:17 on a rain-bright Saturday in Manhattan, Dante DeLuca was one vow away from marrying another woman when two 5-year-old children burst through the cathedral doors. The boy wore a crooked navy bow tie. His twin sister clutched a cracked silver compass. They ran past armed guards and 300 frozen guests. "Daddy." Dante turned at the altar. The children had his dark eyes, his left dimple, even the small scar above the boy's eyebrow. The bride beside him, Bianca Moretti, went pale. Then a black woman appeared in the doorway, soaked by rain and breathing as though she had chased the past all the way there. Amara Bennett DeLuca. The wife Dante had called a traitor. The wife he had thrown out 5 years earlier. The wife he had been told was dead. Dante stared at her, then at the twins wrapped around his legs. Amara did not beg. She lifted her chin and said, "Before you marry her, ask why she knew your children were alive." If you believe truth deserves one last chance, subscribe and stay with Amara. What Dante discovers next will break the story he believed for 5 years. Whispers swept through the cathedral. Bianca stepped between Dante and the children. "Security. Remove them." The girl tightened her arms around Dante. "Please don't send us away. Mommy said you did that once." 5 years earlier, Amara had stood inside the DeLuca estate while a video showed her entering Dante's office before his convoy route was leaked. $2 million sat in an account under her name. A recorded voice sounded like hers, giving the location of the ambush that killed Dante's younger brother, Matteo. Dante never asked why the evidence arrived so perfectly. He removed his wedding ring and dropped it at Amara's feet. "You married me to destroy my family." Amara covered the life growing inside her. "I married you because I believed there was still a man beneath your name." He ordered her out. 3 days later, her car exploded on the Delaware Bridge. No body was found. Bianca said the river had taken what remained. Now Amara stood alive before him. Dante crouched. "What are your names?" "Elijah," said the boy. "Eden," said the girl, opening her hand. The cracked silver compass rested on her palm. Dante had given it to Amara on their secret wedding night. Its back carried 4 engraved words. "Always find your way home." Bianca saw his recognition. She could have stolen it. Amara gave a bitter smile. "Interesting. I never said what it was." Dante rose. "Close the doors." Bianca seized his arm. "You cannot humiliate me because a dead woman hired 2 children." Amara approached. "They are not hired. And I am not dead." "Then where were you?" Dante demanded. "Why did you let me bury you?" "I spent 8 months learning to walk after the bomb. I spent 5 years protecting children from the people who tried to erase us." Dante looked at the twins. For the first time, fear entered his eyes. Not fear of Amara, but fear that she was telling the truth. The cathedral's side room became a courtroom without a judge. Dante stood across from Amara. "Say it plainly." "They are yours. You expect me to accept that because they have my eyes?" "No. I expected you to read my letters." She opened a folder containing 12 returned envelopes. One held an ultrasound. Another held photographs of 2 newborns in intensive care. Every envelope had been opened, resealed, and stamped undeliverable. Dante reached for them. Amara pulled the folder back. "You do not get to touch the years you refuse to question." "I thought you betrayed me." "You chose to think it." "My brother died. And I loved Matteo too." "Do not say his name." "Why?" "Because grief gave you permission to become cruel." No one had spoken to Dante that way in years. Amara did not move. She had once loved the man everyone feared. She was no longer afraid of losing him. On a bench, Eden turned the compass. Its cracked back clicked. Bianca's eyes snapped toward it. "What is inside that compass?" she asked. Eden held it close. "Mommy says it keeps the truth safe." Bianca's laugh sounded thin. Then Nora Hayes, the DeLuca family's longtime attorney, entered with a sealed court envelope. "This is not theater," Nora said. "This is evidence." Before Nora opens it, decide who you trust. The scarred wife who returned, or the bride who already knew too much. Nora placed the envelope on the table. The annulment was never granted. Dante frowned. I signed it. You signed a petition. The court rejected it because Amara could not be located. Someone forged the final decree in your records. Every face turned toward Bianca. A clerk made an error, she said. Nora removed another file. Amara contacted me 6 months ago. We reopened the twins' hospital records. Dante's DNA was already on file from the Brooklyn shooting. She read the result. Probability of paternity, 99.99%. Dante sat down. Elijah studied him. Does that mean you're our real dad? Dante had no answer. Amara did. It means you share blood. Being a father is something he still has to choose. Dante looked at her. You told them I was dead. I told them the man I loved did not exist anymore. Bianca moved toward the door. Guards blocked her. Dante turned. You knew. I knew she claimed to be pregnant. Then why were her letters opened? Bianca remained silent. Nora held the envelopes beneath the light. Their seals carried gold dust used only in the DeLuca estate's private correspondence room. The room Bianca supervised. Amara was no longer the accused woman standing alone. Bianca was the bride trapped beside an unfinished altar. Dante stepped toward Amara. Why come today? Because Bianca planned to move your legal companies into her name after the wedding. And yesterday a black car followed my children home. Dante went still. I did not come to win you back, Amara said. I came because whoever failed to kill me has started looking at them. The cathedral lights went out. A child screamed. When the emergency lamps returned, Eden was gone. Eden. Dante sealed every gate. Elijah pointed toward a service corridor. A man in gray said Mommy needed help. Bianca whispered, This is not my doing. Dante seized her wrist. Amara pulled his hand away, threatening her wastes time. Think. Amara knelt beside Elijah. What did the man smell like? Smoke. And the sweet stuff in cars. Cigar and leather treatment, Dante said. The garage. They ran downstairs. Rainwater streaked the concrete. Engines echoed beneath the cathedral. Near a black sedan lay Eden's red ribbon. Beside it was the silver compass. Dante lifted it. The cracked edge had opened, revealing a memory card. Amara stared. That was not supposed to come out yet. What is on it? The reason your brother died. An engine roared at the far end. Through the windshield, Eden's small hands struck the glass. Stay here. Eden can still be saved, but the truth inside that compass may destroy everyone waiting at the altar. Dante sprinted into the lane. The sedan accelerated. At the last second he fired at the overhead security chain. The steel barrier crashed across the exit. The car swerved, struck a pillar and stalled. Dante tore open the rear door. Eden launched herself into his arms. He held her, shaking. I'm sorry. The driver fled upstairs, but Nora had already called federal agents. Amara checked Eden's breathing, pupils, and wrists. She was frightened but unhurt. Eden touched Dante's face. Are you a bad man? No one moved. Dante looked at Amara. I have done bad things. And I believed a lie because it was easier than admitting I did not trust the person I loved. Do not confess to a child so she will comfort you, Amara said. He nodded. You're right. It was the first time she had heard him say those words without defense. Back in the side room, the twins held each other and pulled Amara between them. Dante remained outside their circle. He did not ask to enter it. Nora inserted the memory card into a secure laptop. Once we play this, no one returns to the life they had this morning. There should be no returning, Dante said. Amara faced him. The recording will not excuse what you did. Saving Eden does not buy forgiveness. I know. It will not restore 5 years. I know. The repeated answer was quiet and stripped of power. For once, Dante was not negotiating for a result. He was accepting the cost. Nora pressed play. Matteo DeLuca's frightened voice filled the room. Amara, Bianca changed the convoy route. She moved the port codes and planted money under your name. Dante will believe it because she built the lie from pieces of your real access. A car door slammed in the recording. She knows you're pregnant. She says the baby would give Dante a reason to leave the family business. Take the compass. The ledger key is inside. Trust no one at the estate. Gunfire cracked. Then Bianca's voice came through Matteo's open line. You should have stayed loyal to the future I chose. The recording ended. Bianca backed toward the wall. Audio can be manufactured. Nora opened the encrypted ledger. It listed payments to the convoy attackers, the clerk who forged the annulment, the mechanic who bombed Amara's car, and the driver who took Eden. The final entry was dated that morning. Payment authorized upon Dante DeLuca's death. Bianca had not planned to become his wife. She planned to become his widow. Federal agents searching the bridal suite found poison beside Bianca's makeup case and inside Dante's champagne glass. Dante faced her. You killed Matteo. You were becoming weak, Bianca snapped. She made you dream about clean hands, quiet mornings, and children who would never fear your name. That was not weakness, Amara said. Bianca laughed. Men like Dante do not change. Dante's voice stayed calm. And the twins? Leverage. Until today. Amara struck her once across the face. You will never speak about them again. Federal agents entered. Bianca looked to Dante, expecting the old law of blood. He stepped aside and let them handcuff her. Then the lead agent faced Dante. The ledger also connects your companies to other crimes. You need to come with us. Dante could have ordered his men to open a private exit. Instead, he placed his gun on the table. Give them every file, he told Nora. No protected names. He looked at the twins. They asked whether I was their father. I will not answer by becoming a fugitive. For the first time, Dante surrendered power before it could be taken from him. Bianca's accounts exposed corrupt officials, hired attackers, and everyone involved in stalking the twins. The recordings, poison, and payments ended her performance of innocence. Dante cooperated with prosecutors. His testimony dismantled the violent side of the DeLuca organization. It cost him his mansion, his clubs, and 11 months in federal custody under a cooperation agreement. He also accepted years of restitution and monitoring. Amara did not visit during the first 3 months. She allowed one supervised video call each Sunday because the twins deserved answers. Dante never called himself innocent. I made choices that hurt people, he told them. I am working to repair what I can. He learned Elijah hated thunder. He learned Eden slept with the cracked compass under her pillow. Both loved strawberry pancakes and drawing dragons. During the 4th month, Amara joined the call. I owe you an apology without a request attached, Dante said. I rejected you when you needed me to ask one more question. I made my grief more important than your truth. Nothing Bianca did force me to become that man. Amara remained silent. I am not asking you to forgive me. I am asking permission to become someone whose apology has weight. He did not say he loved her. Love had never been the missing evidence. Trust was. Start by keeping every promise you make to them, Amara said. I will. And when you fail? I will tell the truth before they have to discover it. It was not forgiveness. But it was the first open door. 18 months after the wedding, Amara stood outside a community clinic in Brooklyn. The building had once been a DeLuca gambling hall. After restitution, it became a non-profit for families harmed by organized violence. There were no guards or marble lions. Dante arrived with strawberry pancakes. His black suits were gone. He wore a navy coat and the nervous expression of a man attending his own trial. Elijah and Eden raced down the steps. This time when they ran into his arms, no one screamed. No bride turned pale. No doors were locked. He had spent a year showing up for school meetings, therapy, birthdays, nightmares, and quiet Sundays. He never used gifts to erase absence. He answered hard questions. And he never asked Amara to return. That morning, Eden gave Amara the repaired silver compass. Dante had restored the casing but left the crack visible. Daddy said broken things shouldn't pretend they were never broken. Inside were photographs of the twins as newborns and Dante holding them after his release. Amara found him in the clinic garden. You left the crack, she said. It belongs to the truth. Bianca was right about one thing. You wanted to hide inside the life I offered. I did. And now I want to stand beside it, even if you never call it ours. He did not reach for her. Amara crossed the distance. I cannot give you the woman who trusted without question. I can only give you the woman who keeps her own name, asks difficult questions, and leaves if you ever choose power over truth. That is the woman I should have trusted the first time. She placed the compass in his palm. This is not a new beginning, she said. It is a continuation with consequences. I'll take it. Amara kissed him once, not as payment for rescue, and not because pain had disappeared. It was permission to keep earning tomorrow. The twins burst into the garden, shouting that the pancakes were cold. Dante held out one hand to Amara. He did not pull. She chose to take it. Together, they walked toward their children, not back to the family they might have been, but forward into the family they were finally brave enough to build. The deepest betrayal is not always the lie someone tells. Sometimes it is the moment we stop asking the person we love for the truth. Dante earned only the possibility of a second chance by surrendering power, accepting justice, and showing up when forgiveness was not guaranteed. Would you forgive him? Or should Amara have walked away forever? Tell me in the comments. Home is not where blood calls you back. Home is where truth learns to stay.